Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and we start today's video at the approach that we built in the last episode. So this is the new approach into Ely. We have 5 tracks coming in across 2 lines. So we do have the main line with 4 track, and then we have this 5th track on the side, plus we've got the ability for this branch line to sweep out onto the main line should we want to do that. There is a train coming, but you will see that it actually peels off onto the side, which is much better because it leaves the main line clear whilst the branch line is still functioning, and I think that really does work well. In this video I'm going to be doing a small time lapse. It may not be a long video, but it is going to be a small time lapse, and in that time lapse I'm going to be doing a little bit of detailing for the Ollerton area. I also just noticed that something really strange happened at the junction, so I'm going to see what has happened with the speed limits for that particular train. That was just a little weird. So make sure you stay tuned, because after the intro we'll be going straight into a time lapse, and then at the end we'll see what I have managed to do. And that was about 1.5 hours of me actually building and detailing all of that. So let's take a closer look at what I have done, shall we? Now, one of the things that I learnt about all the other things that I was doing, all the other bits of detailing that I have been doing in this particular series. So if we just go, for example, over to here, or even let's have a look. This one here, this is a prime example. So you'll notice that I have put a lot of oak trees along, and I really like oak trees. They are a beautiful looking tree, not that large, but nice wide. They have nice wide branches. They really do look nice. There are obviously a few different types of oak tree, but I think that these ones look really nice. However, I was recently traveling, and as I was not the driver, I thought, let me have a closer look at what's around and what I can see. So looking off in the distance across to, farmland, railways that I could see, the roadside, things like that. I thought, let me just have a quick look, and I noticed that I've been doing it all wrong, and I had a suspicion that I was doing this, but as I had not been out and about and able to focus intensely on what is in the distance, having to, of course, focus on the road whilst I'm driving, I did not get a chance to really see what is and is not a thing. And what I noticed is that this is what we really have. So on the sides of our roads, or I say the side of the road, sometimes further away in the distance, side of the railways, again, can be a little bit distant. This might be a little close. We do not have one type of tree lining it. We have multiple types. So from here on out, I will be using a combination of oak trees, linden trees, Scots pines, because I did see quite a few Scots pines that just sit around. That needs to go. Scots pines, as well as some bushes. So I do particularly like the azalea bushes and the elderberry bushes, so I am going to be using them. I also noticed, and I've already done this, but I managed to confirm this, that there are parts of the railway that you can see which just have just a few bushes and nothing else, just the odd tree. So from a road like this, you'd be looking out and you wouldn't know there's a railway there unless there's a train going by. It's just a few trees here and there, and I think that kind of looks really nice. I mean, if I go ahead and do this, if I were to get oh dear, that's not what I'm going to do. If I were to get a train running along that line, you've got the quarry in the background, or the coal mine in the background, some trees. I think that looks about right. That looks very, very British. I was also looking, I paid close attention to the farms and the farmland, and noticed that there are areas of farmland that are just there. They're just rolling hills and it's just green. There's nothing else there. And I did think, again, this was another thing. I thought, yes, we do probably have a bunch of those as well. So I took a close look and noticed that, yes, we do. So that is something that I'm going to implement. I think that this is the best that I've done. Now on this side I haven't done the bushes, and on this side I've done the bushes in a different manner, and I just want your opinion. So let me take a closer look at a few of these. So if we have a look here on this side, you'll notice that I have the bushes sort of all over the place, really tightly packed, and I can take a screenshot of that because that could be a potential thumbnail. Very tightly packed, and it just covers everything. On this side, I have the bushes at the back, not so tightly packed, and I've left the grass border in, which I have removed from this side, so it gives it a bit more of a natural sort of a natural setup. And I've kept the bushes at the back, opting to leave the front rather open. Now, my question to you people is, yes, that is the right. My question to you people is, yes, that is correct. My question to you people is, what do you prefer? Do you think that works better? Is that more realistic? Is this more realistic? I find this looks more realistic, but that is a lot more work. Maybe I can find a healthy compromise. And then over here, I haven't done any because I was keeping this quite tight. So I could put some bushes here, but I think on this side, it is not going to be very practical. Then, of course, further along the line, it keeps going. I have forgotten something. And that's these, which, by the way, I have noticed do still exist. So this is not a thing that does not exist. They do very much exist. So there we go. That needs to be placed across the railway there, so that we have viable crossings. And that works quite nicely. And yes, the last thing I did is just as a trial, I've put some housing here, and I wanted to see that once a train's coming along, how would it look? So there could be a change of roads here where I put the housing along. So I could break this road and just run the housing along the back here. This one seems okay. I'm quite pleased with this. Put a couple of trees here to block that off, and that would be quite nice. Similarly here, perhaps put some, I don't know, paving or something to block that off. And then I'm just not sure about this area, so yes, putting some housing in just to see how it pans out. And I think it pans out fairly okay overall, and that is essentially what is going to end up everywhere once I can figure it out. So with that, I think I will look for another potential screenshot, and then I will look to end this video. So that is not a bad screenshot at all. There we go. It's just a bit of an overview like that. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Tron Sports FIFA 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That train is on the wrong track. Yep, that train is definitely on the wrong track. Well, that is all from me. And I'll see you next time in Tron Sports FIFA 2, the UK modded series, where we will be doing a ride along an entire route. So I'm going to figure out where I want the trains to run from, and we will be doing an entire ride along, including this whole section to Ollerton, where this final bit has not been detailed because I have no idea what to do apart from putting some ballast down over here. So I really need to figure out what to do with this. I think the fencing needs to reappear here, but I'll decide that off camera and figure out what I can do. Until next time, I will wait. That's a new thing for me, saying until next time. I say until next time, goodbye maybe, but that doesn't sound. I feel like somebody else does that. I'm not going to use until next time. I'll say that's all from me, and I'll see you next time.